tore a missile apart with his bare hands. From it, he extracted the most valuable core component. Everything else was discarded.
That's palladium, 0.15 grams. We need at least 1.6, so why don't you go break down the other 11?
Then he melted down the collected platinum. Under extreme heat, he poured it into a mold. It slowly formed into a pure platinum ring. He then attached magnets to the outer layer, welded in coils. A miniature reactor gradually took shape. It was only palm-sized.
But what could it generate?
If my math is right, I don't know as is, 3 gigajoules per second.
This would become the core power source of Tony Stark's future armor. Next, Tony pieced together 6 separate design blueprints. He combined them into a complete armor prototype. This was their only hope of escape. Soon, the parts began to take shape, but the criminals detected something unusual through the surveillance feed. They immediately stormed into the cave. They didn't find any real progress at first, so the leader turned to Dr. Yinsen instead. He tortured him with a piece of burning hot metal, demanding the truth. He even threatened to force it into his mouth. Tony stepped in immediately to defuse the situation. He stabilized the tension and lied, saying the missile would be completed by the next day. In return, Yinsen would stay and continue assisting him. The leader accepted the deal, unaware that what they were really building wasn't a missile at all, but a suit of armor. Night passed in a blur. The first-generation Iron Man suit was finally completed. With Yinsen's help, Tony put it on and ran the final system checks. Everything happened out of sight of the surveillance cameras. When the leader noticed Tony had disappeared from the feed, he immediately sensed something was wrong and sent his men into the cave. But Tony had already rigged explosives behind the door. As the enemy closed in, Yinsen chose to buy Tony time. He grabbed a weapon and rushed out alone to face them. The suit finally powered up. In that moment, Tony Stark became the most dangerous weapon in the world. He tore through the cave, crushing every enemy in his path. But in his mind, there was only one thought: Yinsen's safety. When he finally found Yinsen, the man was already badly wounded and collapsing. Looking at his friend lying in a pool of blood, Tony's anger reached its breaking point. He slowly walked toward the cave entrance, ready to make the entire mountain pay for what it had done to his friend.